Hey guys, welcome back for another makeup tutorial. Today I am getting ready to do my makeup to go to work. I just had my hair done yesterday by Redken Pro. I was modeling for a shoot for them and I got this really nice balayage. So I'm really excited to do my makeup and bring it all together. So let's get right into it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. I just hydrated my face, put on some moisturizer, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Matte Foundation. I recently switched from using luminous to mattes, and this is in shade 295. So I don't waste any excess product. This is a tip I learned from professional makeup artists. You put it on the back of your hand, and then go from there. That way you're not using too much at a time, and you're not wasting any, really. I'm a huge fan of Fenty Beauty. Their shade range that they have for foundations is amazing. I struggled for a little bit trying to find my exact shade just because there's so many different variations, and honestly, I mean, that's a good thing, you know. Now I'm going to use, this is the Patrick Ta and She's Bronzed Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. So the way that you want to use the bronzer, his intention for this is to use the powder first and then the cream on top to give it like that creamy, glowy look. But you can kind of use it however you like, whatever you're trying to achieve. But that is the Patrick Ta method. So we're going to do it that way. I'm just going to go into this right here. So I like to match the concealer and the foundation of the brand that I'm using because I just feel like they're kind of made to go together and like work together, so you don't really have to worry too much about creasing or any of that stuff, because like, you know, you're not supposed to mix like water base with powder base and like all that stuff. So I try to stick with the same brand when I'm doing it. And this is the Fenty Beauty concealer in 295W. I am a huge fan of this applicator. I love that it has like a little bit of like a curve to it. And yeah, it just helps you like really get in there. But it feels super creamy. This isn't getting any better. Like, I don't... Oh. Get it together, Alicia. My chin has been like really dry lately, so I'm trying to do like less product on it so it doesn't look so crazy. But I always keep my concealer strapped on me when I go to work just in case like I need like any touching up. It's a little quick little thing. But we're gonna let that actually sit for a minute before we blend it out, because if I blend it out now, it's gonna blend and mix in too much with the foundation and then cause some under eye creasing. So we're gonna let it. It's been a couple minutes, so we're gonna slowly just pat this in. It's always helpful to have a damp beauty blender for this so that you can really get it to blend out nicely. And for some reason, like, I use a beauty blender for everything. I have a bunch of makeup brushes. I hardly use them. I am a beauty blender girly. However, I am trying to switch it up. Like, I know you should use brushes for like certain makeup bases. But I love a good beauty blender. I just feel like it really works for me. I mean, it's your canvas. Use whatever you want. You're the artist, you feel me? But I just find that the beauty blender really helps me and my eye shape like get up in there, like right underneath, and really helps without like prevent like causing any creasing. I find like using a brush can sometimes be irritating for me because the little brush hairs come off, or I just feel like I just don't get as smooth of a set for my concealer as I do like with a sponge. I don't know. That's me. That's my thing. So now I blended that out. I'm going to go ahead and use the cream bronzer now on the Patrick Ta palette and just put it right over where I put the bronzer already. It gives you such a gorgeous, like, natural, glowy finish. Like, this shit This product's so good. So now we have to set the concealer, and I'm going to use the Huda Beauty setting powder. Sometimes I do this before I put that cream contour on. Today I didn't. I might add some more on afterwards, but you should try to be precise with setting your setting powder for like the best cut crease, contour, all that. It really makes a difference compared to just like slapping that thing on. I recently just got the little Beauty Blender Duo. It came in this little zipper pouch, which is perfect for traveling, you know, protect the Beauty Blender. And then it came with a little sponge. I freaking love that. I love it. It literally works out perfectly. And it's exactly like what I needed. I didn't even know I was getting the dang sponge or the powder puff with it. We're gonna go ahead. That's a really nice set. That makes me so excited. So excited. I love when it gets caked like that. Now, because I'm working like long hours and running around sweating, I set my face. Like, I bake it. I got to. It's gonna wipe off so fast and look so crazy. Also, like, setting powder like this can really help blend out your makeup too, if you do it right. But we're gonna let it sit for a little bit before we fully this looks so crazy right now. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit before I brush it off. Jeez, this looks a little crazy, just a little bit. But I carry on me the L'Oreal Blur Perfection, which is just as good as a Huda Beauty, by the way, and they have it in like a pink one. But I carry that one on me in case, like, just that and concealer, honestly, just for touching up, and that's like all I need, like with my lip stuff too, and eyeliner. That's it. And this and that. So just to dust this all off, I'm just gonna go back in with that same bronzer, just like with a bigger, fluffier brush of the powder one I already used, and very lightly just work to blend this out overall. The reason why I dip it in a little bit of bronzer is just so you don't have too much of like a white overcast, and it blends out very nice with everything else. And I guess I will go ahead and add just like a little bit more. Everything's falling here. I don't know how I lose my beauty blender. Like, everything's right here. Oh my gosh, it's literally right here. And then I'm just gonna use that cream again a little bit. Just a little bit, give it a little bit more of a glow, because the powder kind of makes it more matte. Because we like a really snatched jawline, and we need a lot of help in that department. Okay. Cool. Done with that part. Now we're gonna move on to eyebrows. No, literally, because there's makeup caked on them, and if you don't wipe them off, it makes like a big difference. So let's make sure they're clean before I start doing anything. Yeah. So first, which I've been switching up my eyebrow products so much. Rare Beauty sent me their eyebrow products, and girl, I'm gagged. Everything by Rare Beauty I love. This freaking eyebrow gel is like getting your eyebrows laminated at home for what, 20 bucks is it? Like, dead ass, you could wear these outside in a hurricane and they ain't going nowhere. This stuff is so good. And then we have their eyebrow pencil, which I didn't even know what shade I was. This is spot on for me, honestly. I like keeping my brows minimal and natural. I've been there for the 2016 brow trend. We're not doing that anymore. So I just like drawing a little line underneath making them look nice and straight. Like I had them waxed recently and I didn't though. And then I just draw little upward strokes, like same thing, like mimicking the little hairlines that I already have. And it just gives it a little natural look and just enhances it, you know what I mean? My poor eyebrows, we've been together through so much. Like the over tweezing, the over plucking, the thick eyebrows, the draw on eyebrows. I put these things through so much. This time I just let them rock. Just let them be free-spirited, free-minded. You know? And now let's go ahead and embrace our blush blindness. Yay! I love this part. Okay. I am going to use, oh, I don't know what shade. I don't know what shade. I love the Happy blush, I really do. But she just came out with the coral shade of a liquid one in Charm, and I am obsessed with this shade. I wish it would come out in a powdery one like the Happy one already. Unless it has, and I just like miss that. I'd be doing that a lot. But it's a little mini one and she's so cute. And blend it out. I like going like this. So you can get your little cheek apples and like really put your blush on there, because that's where you be blushing. Like, ah. Like, don't be afraid too to blend it up like under your eye, because you don't want to have like a hard concealer line and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so obvious like she put blush on and like it's not blended out. You don't want that. So blend it out, girl. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to get up in there. And today we are going to be using the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. This palette is stunning. Look at her in all her glory and all her beauty. Stunning. I am most excited about the shades Fancy and Phenomena. We'll try those. Okay, I'm going to start with this shade here called Soft Spot, which is like a light brown. That's like the perfect shade. Look at that. That is like the freaking perfect brown shade. Oh, that's like a perfect bronzer brown. I love that shade. That's gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so now I'm just going to darken it a little bit more with, I'm going to use, this is a tough decision. Shit. This is a tough decision. We're going to use Flashover in the very, like, corner. Just to give us, like, that cat eye effect a little bit more. So before I move on, I'm just going to swatch Fancy, Snug, and Elm here. Just to see like the different colors that I'm working with. So we have Fancy, Snug, and Elm. You can kind of see, so the Fancy is definitely more white. Elm has a little bit of a goldish, and then the Snug has a bit of like a goldish pink to it. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try, let's go for Snug and Elm. So I'm gonna take Snug here. Like right on the center. Okay, we got those three shades on, and then I'm gonna go in lastly and I'm gonna use the shade Elm. The shade Elm, and I'm gonna use that towards the inner part. Okay, bang. Eyeshadow's on. Now let's go ahead and let's throw on some eyeliner, because I always need eyeliner. I love tightening my eyes. This is my favorite go-to eyeliner, guys. The Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio. This is my favorite eyeliner. Look at that. It's crazy. I always carry that little eyeliner on with me in case I need to touch it up, because you know, you can't always touch up the mascara, but you can always touch up the eyeliner and just enhance the dramaticness of your eyes. So we love to do that. And now I'm going to go in and use the Butter and Sex Too Faced mascara. Okay, yay, slay, mascara is on. Now let's go ahead and do lips. To use the Fenty Beauty Lip Liner in Thugs Blush 2. I love that shade name. You're lying. Dog, what? Why would you do that to me? Ain't no way. Can I salvage it? Wait. Why? Okay, let's try this again. It's like I can't sharpen it too much. It's like too creamy. I love this pencil, but it's literally been falling apart over and over on me, and like the tip keeps breaking. Like, the formula is really nice that it's creamy and like it goes on super soft, but it sucks in the fact that it's like you can't keep the pencil sharp, and I feel like I'm just running through the product. Like, a lot of the times, because of the pencil ones, like, you can't take them a night out. What am I gonna carry a sharpener with me? No. So you get the L'Oreal pencils that, like, the twist up ones, those work. But now we're just gonna finish it off with the Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream. I'm obsessed with this shade. It is the original one that went viral, the Fenty Glow, and I love it. Just hands down one of my favorite glosses ever. I just love how they feel. Ah, I love it. And then I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of the Rare Beauty highlighter in Exhilarate, because she is that girl. Not too much though, not too much. We don't want to get carried away. And everything needs to set in place because we're about to work a whole shift, guys. So we're gonna get the L'Oreal Infallible, the 3-second setting misting spray, because this thing is like hairspray extra stronghold, but for makeup. Yep. Well, there is my final look. I'm getting ready to leave. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any questions, please leave them below. Let me know what else you want to see in a video. But make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Stay tuned for some tips on how to break into modeling, my whole experience in the modeling life, and basically what's to come for me. There's a lot. My life is everywhere, so I'm pretty entertaining. Just stick around and wait for more. Bye, guys.